Is there any more update on Abbott Labs approval that's going through? Are we going to increase the number that are going to be available to Canadians, and how quickly are we going to get those out?
Well, thanks for the question. As you know, we signed a contract last week for close to 8 million tests, and we had approval from Health Canada, and those tests are starting to arrive next week, and we should have 2.5 million tests in the country before the new year. So the deliveries are starting right away, and I will also add that we are engaged with a number of other suppliers for rapid tests, and there will be more to say in the days and weeks to come.
Sure, and just there are some companies that are providing private testing, or private labs that are providing testing. Has the government not looked into whether or not private labs should be used to facilitate and increase our testing capacity in this country?
The Minister of Health, who is in discussion with the provinces and territories, is certainly looking at all options. I will say that our testing strategy is very broad-based, and so rapid tests are not new for us. We have been deploying rapid tests to vulnerable communities since early in the spring. And so in terms of expanding our testing capacity, we are building on, we are supplementing the standardized tests with rapid tests, but you can expect more and more innovation and dispersion among the types of strategies in the months and weeks to come.
Sure, and we looked at, last week the Conservatives were giving a lot of examples of other countries that have already approved various tests. Has your government made any progress on following the steps that our allies have taken and approving things that they have already approved?
Listen, I want to tell you that the strategy very much is to balance the need for regulatory approval in terms of following the science on the one hand and being innovative on the other. And very much our approach through the pandemic has been to ensure that we are following the science while making sure that we are indeed efficient and innovative. And we will continue to do that. And I will say we have been very, very successful in terms of rolling out different options for Canadians.
We have time for one question on the phone for Principle of Fairness, please, Ian. Thank you. Operator, do we have a question? Operator on the phone, do we have a question?
We do not have any questions at this time.
Thank you. Ian?
No, I'm good. Thanks, Minister.
All right, so we have a new Green Party leader. She is calling for a carbon border adjustment, basically a carbon tax on imports. Is that something that you're considering as you, rejig your plan to exceed your targets?
Well, I would say the focus for us is actually on reducing emissions from all of the key sources of emissions in this country, which is transportation and buildings and industrial emissions of various types. That's the primary focus of the work that we're doing to ensure that we're actually achieving it. I think the border carbon adjustment conversation is more around competitiveness. It's more around ensuring that there isn't carbon leakage, that we've designed the price on pollution to ensure that doesn't happen. But certainly there is a future conversation. I mean, Europe is leading this discussion. Europe is having a conversation around border carbon adjustments. I wouldn't rule it off the table, but I think it's not part of what we're going to be doing to get to 2030. It is an ongoing conversation about how do we ensure that we remain competitive relative to jurisdictions that are not pricing carbon.
And when will we see your plan to get to those targets and to exceed those targets that you've set?
Well, I think that the throne speech said that we would be doing that in the very near term, and certainly in the very near term, certainly in my estimation, means in the next few months.
So by January? Like give us in this quarter or in the next quarter?
I would say you're not going to pin me down on exactly when that is, because obviously I need to go through a series of conversations with my colleagues, but it would certainly be within months, within a number of months.
I'll check now if there's any question on the phone. Operator, do we have a question for Minister Wilkinson?
We do not have any questions registered at this time.
Perfect. Do you have a question? No? David, you're done?
Thank you.
David, microphone, just so that everybody can hear you.
So basically you're saying you're open to stealing yet again another Green Party idea.
Oh no, this is not a Green Party idea. This is a conversation that's been going on in the international community for a long time. We've been part of that conversation. I would say that Europe are the leaders in terms of looking at how do you implement that, and we of course are watching the European process and the work they're doing, because it's certainly, I think, an interesting tool that we may want to use here at some point.
And you're also watching what's happening in the U.S. because you don't want to have a tariff war, right?
Certainly, I mean, we have to be sensitive to geopolitics, and certainly the outcome of the United States election will be interesting with respect to the approach that the next administration, whether that is the current president or his opponent, make with respect to climate. And certainly the issue of border carbon adjustments would be related to those conversations, for sure. Thank you.